Hey guys, this is Ari with the NY Gear Review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Atmos AG 65-liter pack from Osprey. There's a lot to cover, and I'm going to do my best to get through it all without sounding like a total idiot. Okay, like I said, there's a lot to cover on this backpack, but let's start where we always do, at the weight. So this bag is coming in at 1.98 kilograms or 4.92 pounds. This bag does have a 65-liter load capacity. For the face fabric on this bag, they're using a high tenacity nylon. It's super durable. So far, I've been completely impressed by the ruggedness and durability of this fabric. All right, let's move around to the back of the pack and look at the suspension system as well as the harness. The suspension is essentially, it's just a continuous panel of lightweight mesh extending from the top of the back panel to the hip belt, and it keeps your back away from the pack to allow for airflow and ventilation. Then we have an adjustable harness that slides up and down to customize the fit. There's about 3 to 4 inches of adjustability on the harness. So this bag does feature a tensioned and adjustable hip belt with external zippered pockets. As you can see, we have these stiffeners in the load lifter portion of the backpack for load distribution. Then moving to the side of the pack, we have these compression straps. These are great for compressing your load or lashing any extra gear or items to the exterior of the bag. Moving up towards the top of the bag, we do have this floating top lid with 2 separate pockets for storage, and then there's a keychain holder in one of the pockets. There is a secondary flap jacket cover for lidless use, and that's good for when you're trying to get rid of the top lid to either save weight or because you're not carrying that large of a load. This bag does feature a secondary sleeping bag compartment. It does have a divider in the main storage compartment that separates the main storage compartment from the sleeping bag compartment. However, that divider can be removed to allow for a larger single load area. I should also mention that this is a top loading bag. It has a single point of access from the top, but if you do remove that sleeping bag divider, then you would have additional access from the base of the pack as well. At the base of the pack, we do have these removable sleeping pad straps. Of course, I use this to lash my sleeping pad to the exterior of the bag. However, if you're not taking a sleeping pad with you or you don't have any need for these straps, they're easily removable. There are dual Easy Stow water bottle compartments on either side of the backpack. These are just small mesh compartments. Then moving towards the front of the bag, we do have these dual zippered front panel pockets. I should mention, however, that they don't have access to the main loading compartment. There are dual ice loops for any ice axes or tool attachments that you might need, as well as on-the-go trekking pole attachments on the shoulder strap. A standout feature of this pack is the mesh pocket on the front of the bag. This is an excellent exterior pocket for stowing any extra clothes, food, or maybe if you have any wet items that you need to dry, this is a perfect place to put them while you're hiking. This bag does, of course, have a hydration sleeve with a hydration port that exits into the suspension side of the backpack. For the application of this bag, this is intended for through hiking and backpacking, and it performs exceptionally well in those areas. So let's talk about some of the things that I love about this backpack. The first being the suspension. So this suspension system that Osprey has come up with for this bag is just outstanding. What it does is it keeps this mesh on the back panel keeps the actual pack away from your back. And so you have this large room for airflow and ventilation. So I just went on a 3-day extended hike and found that after extensive use, my back was never overheating or really even that sweaty, just because of all the airflow and ventilation that this pack allows. Additionally, the super padded shoulder straps and hip belt allow for incredible suspension. So after 3 days of hiking, I didn't feel any tension or pressure in my shoulders or my back. I did obviously feel it in my legs because you're hiking with 30 to 50 pounds on your back. So you're gonna feel that difference. However, it never transferred into my back, which is outstanding. Another thing that I love about this pack is the design. It's super simple, but also very intuitive. The external mesh pockets, the easy storage, the lashing options, there's just a lot of basic but really intuitive amenities that Osprey has set up with this backpack, and it shows when you're outdoors and using it in the backcountry. Something else that I really love about this backpack is the side access for your water bottles. In a conventional backpack, you have these sort of upright water bottle mesh holders, which is pretty typical of most backpacks. However, what the Atmos AG allows is that you can access your water bottles from a side entry point, and it just makes it so much easier. You don't have to break your arm reaching back there to grab your Nalgene. Let's talk about some of the things that I don't love about this bag. Number one being that it's not that light. So it's coming in at 5 pounds. Don't get me wrong, other backpacks in this category, through hiking, backpacking, they're gonna be around that weight because you need a suspension system that can carry upwards of 35 pounds. However, you know, it's just something about this bag is that it's not that light. So it's not a gripe, but it is a fact about the bag. Something else that's not that great about this bag that I've encountered, and it could just be because I haven't broken it in that much, is that this pack can get kind of squeaky. It's not a huge concern, but it's just something that's kind of annoying when you're out in the silence of nature and you just sort of have this squeaky sound on your back. Another issue I have with the bag is that the waist belt pockets, although I do love the design of them, they can be difficult to open with just one hand. One big gripe I do have with the pack is that Osprey has decided not to include a rain cover with this bag. That just seems kind of lacking on their part. I think that it would have made so much sense to have included a rain cover with this bag. It's intended for through hiking, for extended day trips, for backpacking, and it just makes sense to have some sort of rain protection for the bag. I'm a little disappointed that Osprey didn't decide to include it, but they didn't. And then one other thing that I'll mention about the bag that's a little off is that this color that you see right here, this is labeled as a graphite gray, but obviously it is a hunter green. And then for the price of this bag, it's coming in at $260. My opinion is that the price is appropriate for all the amenities and features that this bag offers. I am really blown away by the ventilation system. The only thing I would say about the price is that for $260, it should include a rain cover. And then for my overall rating and score of this backpack, I would give it a 9 out of 10, I think. I really, really like it. One, I love the look of it. I love this color, the graphite gray. I've just used it pretty extensively over the past couple months, and I'm really, really impressed. This is a super awesome package that Osprey has put together. I don't know that it works that well once you go up over 55 pounds of load carrying. However, for a couple days out in the backcountry or for camping and hiking, you know, I think this bag is gonna perform to your expectations. All right, guys, so that was the Atmos AG 65-liter pack from Osprey. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching the video. Please subscribe below. If you have any questions or comments that you'd like to leave, please do so in the comments section below. And we'll see you next time for more reviews.